So let us continue our discussion. Surface tension we were talking about. The surface tension, I told you that inside the water, if you are taking a container, okay. So this is your liquid. So here you cannot expect any surface tension. Surface tension will be on the surface only. Now this is not 2D, this is a 3D figure I told you. Okay, this can be a cylindrical column. You might have put water in a cylindrical. See, water or liquid has a property that whichever container you pour it, that shape it will acquire. You pour it in a circular one, it will acquire the shape of a circle. This is not a two-dimensional figure what I have drawn. I told you that. If you see from the top, on the surface, it will look like this. Remember? If I see this surface from the top, it basically it is like this, no? Imagine one container, okay? I am saying if it is a cylindrical shape, you will see the topmost film like this. Clear? So this is a top film, top layer you can say. Okay? So this is very thin. I told you. Now this behaves like a rubber membrane. Okay? And I explained you why there is all these are pulling it down. Remember? So there is a surface tension on this film. If I take a section like this, so surface tension force will be acting like this. ऐसा रबर के जैसे expand, contract होने की कोशिश करता है. But surface tension tries to decrease the surface area. I told you, isn't it? This water, what is happening because of unbalanced cohesive forces? It is kind of pulled down. It is kind of pulled down. Remember this example? This is a very small point but very important point. I have suspended a weight over here. It will be pulled like this. So there will be tension in the string. That tension in the string is because of the suspended weight. So similarly here also you have to imagine there are multiple weights which are trying to pull it down. By trying to pull it down, is it trying to expand the water or reduce the water? By trying to pull it down, is it increasing the surface area or decreasing the surface area? It is decreasing the surface area. So surface tension has a phenomenon which tries to decrease the surface area of the liquid. Obviously we do not talk about surface tension in case of solids. Liquid is easy to flow. Okay. Now we will move on to how do I find surface tension? The equation was E is equal to F upon L, where this is the surface tension force which is over the entire length. You need to take whichever section you have taken. Like for example, I have drawn this section over here. I need to consider this length. Okay. How surface tension is acting, which direction it is acting means at every point I need to draw the tangents. Clear? The direction of surface tension will be tangential to wherever you have taken the element. You have to draw a tangent over there. I am assuming that this is a circular kind of thing. Okay? So you have to draw the tangent over there. So surface tension you will take the surface tension force divided by the length. Whichever length you are considering, that length you have to talk about. If it is a case of a soap bubble, I have told you that you should take twice the length. A soap bubble will have a film. You know, film. You like I will take example now. Like in the when I have gone to the beach, there they play this kind of गुब्बारा है ना, वैसा तो करते हैं ना, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? वो याद है एक फ्रेम देता है उसमें ना थोड़ा सा सोप वाटर में डुबाया उसको किया तो becomes bubbles and all that. So that's a surface film actually. जब तुम उसको डुबाते हो अंदर, so it is a formation of a film. That film has upper layer and a bottom layer. If I say that this is my film, it has got an upper layer, it has got a lower layer. So whenever you find this soap film and all that, you should put twice the length. Here this length is there, here this length is there. The thickness may be very less, but how many lengths are there? There are two lengths are there. Remember this. If it's a normal water bubble, you have to take only one. But in the case of soap, you have to take two. Okay? Now, we will study about surface energy. Surface energy. Page number 35. What is the concept behind surface energy? So it is like this. Here carefully. Suppose I take a frame. Let us say this point is A, B, C and D. Alright. Now all these are fixed legs. What are they? They are fixed legs. They will be like that only. There is a movable part also. Let us say that movable part of the frame is this. Okay? We call some name EF. Okay? This is a frame, maybe a steel frame, whichever frame. And in this EF is the movable part. Rest all are fixed. That means you can move it back and forth. These are all fixed. Now you took this, let us say you put it in a soap film. Where did you put? In a soap, जो साबुन का क्या है उसका साबुन का जो पानी होता है ना उसमें डाल दीजिए और इसको बाहर निकालिए. तो there will be a film formation in this area. A, B, E, F. There will be a film formation over there. Now suppose okay, let us say this A, B, E dash, F dash is the size of the frame which you have adjusted. ठीक है, तुमने इसको कुछ आगे पीछे एडजस्ट किया, इसका लोकेशन मान लो E डैश F डैश है, इसको पानी में इसमें डाला, ध्यान से सुनो. तो यहाँ पे फिल्म फॉर्म हो गया. दिस इज द फिल्म फॉर्म ऑन A, B, E डैश F डैश. अगर मैं इसको यहाँ तक खींचूंगा तो उतना मेरा फिल्म बनेगा. अगर इसको मैं यहाँ तक खींचूंगा उतना मेरा फिल्म बनेगा. ठीक है, अभी सुनो. मान लो, assume that I am trying to push this E dash F dash part of the frame towards EF. What am I trying to do? I am trying to push it. Okay. Suppose when I am trying to push it, let us say that force was F. I am trying to push it by some force of F. अभी फ्रेम मेरा कहाँ है? A, B, E dash F dash है. तो इसमें there is a formation of surface tension. Soap film is there. There is a formation of surface tension. What it will do? It will try to resist it. मैंने क्या बोला कि surface tension क्या करता है? एरिया एक्सपैंड होता है तो एक्सपैंड नहीं होने देता है, बराबर? तो equal and opposite force will be formed in the opposite direction. ठीक है? अभी ये फ्रेम यहाँ तक कैसे पहुंचा? पहले ये फ्रेम यहाँ हुआ होगा, फिर यहाँ से यहाँ आया होगा, फिर यहाँ से यहाँ आया होगा, फिर यहाँ से यहाँ पहुंच गया. क्लियर? ये फ्रेम यहाँ से यहाँ कैसे पहुंच गया? इसको मैं यहाँ तक लेके जा सकता हूँ, उसको पीछे ऐसा खींचता रहूंगा, ये मेरा फ्रेम बड़ा हो जाएगा. जितना बड़ा हो जाएगा उतना बड़ा मेरा सोप फिल्म विल बिकम. That means if this frame has come over here, that means earlier it was at some point of time it was at EF and it got expanded up to here. Yes or no? Yes. जब ये यहाँ से यहाँ आ रहा था तो सरफेस टेंशन क्या कर रहा था? उसको अपोज कर रहा था. लेकिन तुमने कुछ काम किया, you have done some work. That's why it moved from EF to E dash F dash. This point is it clear? At some point of time in some BC, this was at EF. Okay. 1000 साल पहले कभी ये EF पे था. अभी ये E dash F dash पे पहुंच गया. It has reached E dash F dash. या फिर जादू हुआ होगा या फिर कोई किसी ने कोई काम किया होगा. जादू होने का पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं है फिर इसमें. किसी ने कोई काम किया. Someone has done some work. Okay? And that work has been done against the surface tension which is not allowing this to happen. Clear? Okay? So, you can assume that from EF to E dash F dash the frame got moved, some work is done. That work done is stored in the film as surface energy. Energy and work are not two different things. Okay? Clear now? तो अगर ये मेरा फिल्म बड़ा हो रहा है, some work is done. Some work is done against the surface tension. That work done is there inside the film as surface energy. Okay? Now we will put the dimensions over here. Let us say this dimension is L. And this small incremental increase, let us say it is dx. Alright? So surface energy, it is denoted by S. Can I write it as force multiplied by the displacement? Force multiplied, what is surface energy means some work done. That work done is what? Force multiplied by the displacement. The frame got moved from EF to E dash F dash. Okay, this is what it is. But what is F? T is equal to F upon L. This is what is our definition. T is equal to surface. This is surface tension force. This is surface tension. Both are two different things. This is surface tension force. This force is surface tension force. This is the total force. You divide by the line, you get the surface tension. Surface tension is always measured per meter run. Okay? Surface tension is always measured per meter run. Like water will have some surface tension. A slope will have some surface tension. Okay? So this F is, how many lengths I should put here? I should have to put, if it's a soap film, I'll put 2 lengths here. So this is T into 2L into dx. Am I right? 2L into dx. So one length is the upper portion of the frame and another length is the bottom portion of the frame, which you cannot see in the diagram, you have to imagine. Clear? So what is this 2L into dx? Length is the length, this is the length, this is the area of the rectangle. See, earlier the frame was here, now the frame went to here. There is a change in area. There is an increase in area, right or no? Earlier the area was this much. Now the new area is the bigger one. AB, E dash, F dash. This is the new area. Earlier, what was the area of the frame? It was AB, E, F. Clear? So which area is this? Can I write it as T into dA? The incremental area change. Can I write it like that? So surface energy S is equal to surface tension multiplied by the change in area. It is not area. It is change in area. Clear? So this is a very important definition. You can also define surface tension as, surface tension is basically the surface energy of the film divided by the change in area. This is another definition of surface tension. Okay? So this is also a very important point. Write on this. So you have to remember two formulas now. One is the basic definition of surface tension and this is the definition of surface energy in terms of surface tension. Suppose by some means you have a frame, a circular frame, alright, and this got expanded up to here. So there is a, see, earlier the frame was like this, alright, now it got expanded to this. So let us say this radius, this outer radius is RO, inner radius is RE, alright. So if I have to write surface energy, how I will write? S is equal to T multiplied by T of the liquid multiplied by dA. So it will be area out minus area in. Clear now? That is the reason why it got expanded. Because of the surface energy only. So what is the answer now? T into pi R O square minus R R I. Clear now? Suppose if I say that it got expanded from this point to the outer, it was like this, now it became a circle. What will be the area? This in will be 0. You will only have this radius. Clear now? Okay? So this is the concept. We'll see a question on this. So look at this question. Calculate the work done in blowing a soap bubble to a radius of 1 centimeter. Calculate the work done in blowing a soap bubble to a radius of 1 centimeter. The surface tension of the soap solution is. The surface tension of the soap solution is. T is given as 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 2 Newton per meter. देखो भाई ये हमेशा यूनिट्स के बारे में अच्छे से टेक केयर करो, ठीक है? कौन से यूनिट में काम कर रहे हो, क्या कर रहे हो, कुछ लोगों को कॉन्सेप्ट पता रहता है लेकिन यूनिट्स में कुछ भी लगाते रहते हैं. बी वेरी केयरफुल विद द यूनिट्स. फिजिक्स में सबसे पहला चीज यूनिट्स पे पकड़ होना चाहिए. ठीक है, कौन से यूनिट में काम कर रहे हैं। रेडियस इज गिवन एज 1 सेंटीमीटर। ही इज यूजिंग द वर्ड blowing a soap solution. So initially the soap solution was like this. Now it got blown up to 1 centimeter. So what should be your answer? Your surface energy should be equal to S is equal to T into dA. Initially it was a bindu. Now it became a chhatri. Okay? The area of the chhatri will be your answer. T is 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 2 into dA will be pi r square here. Okay? So what is 1 centimeter? No? It is 10 power minus 2 whole square. This is square. Pi r square. No? Just calculate that. Whatever you get is the answer. Clear everyone? Simple question, but a bits of concept. Okay? From a small dot, it became a soap film. Okay? So once you calculate that, you get some 6.275 to 10 power minus 5. Do that, the calculation part will do. Okay? We move on to the basics of next topic. Okay? Do the calculation 6.275 into 10 power minus 5. You understood this? How I have taken this? You have to draw a diagram like this. Okay? I have been telling time and again. So the topic is angle of contact. Okay. Now suppose I take a beaker. And there is a tube. Some water will go into that. There is capillary reaction that we will talk later on. Now there is some water inside the tube. Okay, this you know. So you take a straw and you put it inside that. The water will rise into the straw. That is what is capillary reaction that we will talk in coming classes. But right now you assume that this water has gone inside. If you blow up this, if you magnify it and see, you tell me, is it? This is the tube. Is the water like this or like this? This is case 1, this is case 2. Ever observe? उसको नजदीक से देखना पड़ेगा. Water in contact with the glass, is it a straight line or some curvature is there? Some curvature is there, no? That curvature is called meniscus. That curvature is called meniscus. Okay? पता नहीं कौन सा कोई ग्रीक नाम है, पता नहीं क्या है, उसका नाम याद रखना. एक होता है अपर मेनिस्कस, एक होता है लोअर मेनिस्कस. But wherever the liquid is coming in contact with the glass surface, there is a formation of meniscus. Why it forms, that we will see, that we will discuss. This 5 minutes is not enough for that. Now, this is the formation. This 1 is wrong, 2 is the case. Okay. So here there is a curvature. So this is making some angle with the, this liquid surface is making some angle with the glass surface. Definitely. So how do I find that? Draw a tangent there. Draw a tangent there. जैसे curvature, कभी भी curvature आएगा, tangent खींच करना बस. कभी भी curvature आ गया, दिमाग में पहले डालो मुझे, I have to draw a tangent. ठीक है? Starting from the solid surface, draw the angle. That is your theta. Starting from the solid surface, draw the angle towards the liquid. That is your theta. That is your angle of contact. That is your angle of contact. Different liquids, some liquids may have upper meniscus, some may have lower meniscus. Okay. Now the scenario in mercury is different. The scenario, have you seen your thermometer reading? कभी देखा है? अभी तो now digital has come. Thermometer का कभी reading देखा है? क्या देखा है इसमें? If you dip inside this mercury will appear slightly like this. Did you ever observe? ध्यान से देखना पड़ेगा. पूरा उसका आँख में नहीं घुसेड़ जाना है. ठीक है? ध्यान से अगर देखोगे, पास में तो देखोगे ना, तो देखोगे कि उसका कर्वेचर ऐसा होता है. You know, human eye has a limit. Up till 25 centimeter we can see. और जरा नजदीक आओगे ना, तुम्हारा यहाँ पे दिमाग खराब हो जाएगा. You get lot of strain. Okay? So you should keep it at a distance of 25 centimeters or I think 1 inch. You will be able to see. If you see this mercury, it will be like this. Observe. So it is quite opposite to this. Alright. So here also, if I want to know what is the angle of contact, you have to draw a tangent here. There is a curvature here. Alright. So draw a tangent. Start from the, if I am starting from the solid surface going through the liquid. So this is my angle, right? So here the angle of contact is this. Now in the places where this type of meniscus is seen, theta is acute angle. Here it is obtuse angle. You know what is obtuse angle? चलो आप लोगों को जानकारी को हम टेस्ट करते हैं. Lucky boy, हमेशा श्रीधर ही. What is acute angle? What is obtuse angle?
Acute angle means
137 degree is obtuse angle or an acute angle?
obtuse.
Right. ठीक है? तो मुझे ज़्यादा बक करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Less than 90 it is acute, more than 90 it is obtuse. ठीक है? अगर more than 90 हो गया तो क्या करेंगे? तो तुम्हारा ये पूरा पहिया ही घूमेगा. वैसा केस आएगा नहीं. either तुम्हारा acute होगा या फिर तुम्हारा obtuse होगा. When it is obtuse, for some reason it is obtuse. Why it is obtuse? We will discuss. Do not worry about it. But right now you have to understand that whenever liquid comes in contact with the glass interface or some solid interface, अगर तुम दीवार में यहाँ पर पानी भी डालते हो ना, तो water is in touch with the wall surface. So there will be a formation of angle of contact. Okay. Depending upon the angle of contact, you can say whether it is this type of meniscus or this upper meniscus or lower meniscus. Clear now? So this is the concept behind angle of contact. Tomorrow we will discuss some more points on this. Just write out this.